My name's Monica Wickler. I've been painting murals since the late 90s. I discovered that I loved painting community murals, make them reclaim their spaces, feel proud of their neighborhood and their environment. I wanted to get involved with the Street Art Toronto Shoreham cycle track barriers because as a cyclist, I realized that having something separating you from the cars is really important. Putting a pop of color on that is really going to make a difference. So for me to bring my art into that scheme was just blowing my mind. Getting together in a group now is a form of recreation. So it's something that you don't see anymore because we're not allowed to be together in groups. If you think about community, the playfulness, my pile of monsters just said all of that. What I learned new from this, keeping it big, keeping it bold, keeping it colorful, keeping it simple. My advice to future cycle track artists is come out here and enjoy yourself, have fun, enjoy the other artists, paint something playful. Don't get too inside of your head, just have a great time.
I paint under the name Dude Man. My first piece was 1987. I just like scale. I come from an illustration background. Working outside using spray paint allowed your marker to get larger and larger. So I like the impact. This is nice to be able to give back to the community and the city in which I grew up. Get close parking. Bring your dog and bring everything you need plus.
My name is Bea. I've been painting murals not that long now, just over a year. My mural is about basically wildlife and nature that used to exist in the area. Kind of what used to exist but doesn't anymore. There used to be extra rivers, waterways, extinct birds that used to exist in Ontario. Being a relatively new mural painter compared to a lot of people here, witnessed everybody else's work and learned so much from that. Be prepared for working out in the sun for a long time. Twist things around a bit to make your idea work. Come into it with an open mind and be open to criticism from other people. Be open to learning. It's like we're in this space and we just have our work to focus on, and there are way less distractions.
So my name is Leyland Adams. I've been painting for 14 years. I've come to create a process that really leans toward visual accessibility. So creating artwork that is easier to see if you have some type of visual impairment. It's kind of like a blurry, soft look at an image to kind of create an easier image to take in. My murals for this project were around the theme of history and the history of Black Creek specifically. So the image starts off with the Black Creek River, and then the next scene, the animals that lived here on the land. One side is oil lamps and the other side cabin-style house, to just kind of show the settlers and the innovation that happened and came here. I really enjoy these projects. I enjoy getting outside, seeing my artwork live outside, and having it affect the community in any small way that it possibly can. I think just have fun with it and be creative and just put your best foot forward, because a lot of people see these bears, and so it's like a calling card and it can get you a lot of exposure, and so it's worth taking the time on.
Hi, my name is Ksenia. My original background is in artistic production and arts administration, but it was only 2 years ago that I held the brush for the first time. Public art has a big power in making culture and arts accessible to everyone. A gallery right there in your neighborhood, and so that was my original motivation. Another big part of my own practice is cultural diversity and representation, and being myself from Uzbekistan, I'm very passionate about our own culture and to spread the message with the world. Geometric patterns of Uzbekistan will be artistically beautiful but also functional. The learning is that you have to improvise, being open to changes, to do things on the spot, not to be caught up in negative mood about that, and keep going.
My name is Olivia Bagnoli, and I painted my first mural 5 years ago. I've been painting ever since I was 4 or 5 years old. Through quarantine, I've been trying to connect with my art stuff again. I just finished my art degree, but I haven't done a lot lately, and I wanted to get back into it. Didn't know where to start, but then I started thinking about all the activities that I've done and all the fun stuff I've done with people in my life, and I always thought the experiences with people are the most important. That's what I've always cherished the most, and everyone can kind of look at it and make their own connections because everyone has their own different experiences. So it's going to be on the Shoreham track, so there's people are going to be going by there for years, and it'll leave a part of me in York. Like I've never painted outside before, so I didn't really know what to expect. I usually paint indoors, so like a lot of things are a little more challenging with the wind. I tried to do spray paint for the first time. I didn't really consider like the area around it, how much spray paint blows, and like how there's always little dots everywhere, so you have to be really precise with it, I guess.
My name is Jasmine Panu. I have been a full-time muralist for about 3 years now. I have this philosophy to challenge, to create, and to transform. I think it's just such like a constant theme in my life, and to make those intersections between the way I choose to conduct myself in my art is just, that's what we all aspire to do. My murals for this project were based on the theme of information transfer. There are two women on both sides and their heads are kind of open, so it's an analogy for like the mind being open, and out of their mind comes these abstract geometric designs, and that signifies abstract thoughts and ideas, and they come together in the middle into an open book. This idea that the author has transferred their information into this book, and that information is then transferred into the reader's mind. The biggest thing that I learned was about scaling. You want it to be simple enough to be able to see from afar, but also intricate enough that is interesting. Plan ahead, bring lots of water, bring lots of snacks, bring your own music. Just consider that you're probably going to be there for a long time. I'm sure everybody can say their art is now better for seeing other people's amazing art.